Well, happy FOMC day. Today was a little bit choppy. We have FOMC release and press conference this afternoon, and market didn't give us a whole lot of opportunity. With it being FOMC day, I really want to keep my risk on lock. I feel like I did a good job of that. Took 3 trades. I'm going to go and recap those trades right now. Small green day going into FOMC. Can't complain. So we're going to go and dive into that. If you haven't, make sure you sign up for tradester.com. It's my new trading platform. The beta is collecting a waitlist right now for that. Again, you go to tradester.com for that. And the other important thing, Apex accounts are 50% off right now with 1 day to pass. That's what I trade on my stream. 20 of the 50K Apex funded accounts. Just took a 40K payout a couple days ago. So yeah, been rocking those. Let's go and dive into the recap. Yo, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday. I love the wood wall. It looks so good in person. I'm very, very pleased with how it came out. I'm still tweaking stuff. I got to figure out like what I want to put everywhere, but I'm happy with it so far. It looks nice. My desk is super weird. I got to figure out my desk also because of like the camera angle currently. I might switch the camera to that side of the left side instead of the right side, but like I'm currently, this is the couch that you're, actually, you know what? It might be easier for, well, whatever. This is the way my office is shaped, okay? This is the door. This is the wood wall. With the little couch, you know? Trader sign. Behind me. Got the arch of memorabilia. And my desk, I used to have my desk over in this corner, right? Like this. Now my desk is in this corner, but it's shaped like very weirdly off the wall like that. And so it's not flush against the wall. It's kind of bothering my, like, I don't even think I have OCD in the slightest, but it's still bothering it. So I got to figure out what to do with that. But overall, it's coming together. And outside in the lobby, there's that wall, but 4 times as big. It's sick. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is FOMC day. If you didn't know, we've got FOMC at 1 o'clock Central, at 9:30 crude oil inventories if you are a crude oil trader. FOMC at 1 o'clock, and the press conference with Powell at 1:30. I don't think anybody's expecting a rate cut, if I remember correctly. It all kind of blurs together, to be honest, and I don't really care too much. But I don't think anybody's expecting a rate cut, so we'll see. This is what the daily chart looks like. Looks like we're just slowly grinding up to maybe fill that gap. As of right now, though, nothing. Currently flat on the session. Yesterday's close was right here at 580. Rejected VWAP. Very similar open to yesterday. If you remember yesterday, pushed into VWAP and value area high, came off of it. Yesterday, we bounced off yesterday's pointing control at like 200, I believe. Today, pointing control from yesterday is at 550 with the overnight lows at 530. Now, the big question, obviously, is what do we do with FOMC? Do we go sideways? You know, are we going to actually have a move before FOMC? I'm not sure yet. I'll have to play it by ear and figure it out. I mean, could have a cheap trade, honestly, here. Right around that same old wick test. Give it like less than 10 points. But I just don't really trust it with Delta kind of trying to shoot it. Now we got a little double bottom. I think we popped that. Or double top. I think we popped that. We should run it, I think. And then we got 537 being an interesting spot. Or just run up into like yesterday's pointing control 550s. Current pointing control 554. Also interesting. Got a lot of buyers. If we had like a little bit of a Ligma action, I would be very interested in the 550 or 554 with like a 61 stop potentially. But seemingly have a lot of buyers, and yesterday we V-bottomed very hard if you remember correctly, so I want to be careful of that. We are actually 1 minute barcoding here. I'm gonna try it. Risk 7 points or so. Bottom of the little range. We had volume flip back down. I'm gonna go and move that break even. It's dancing around a lot. Yeah, I'll take the stop out there. Dancing around a lot. It's just not really doing anything. I wanted us to push off this hammer at the bottom of the range. Didn't really do it. And it just feels like the wicks could get absolutely slapped. So just take the break even and move on. Kind of a no harm, no foul trade. Never got to the 7 points of drawdown, which is great. Never really went up that much either. So just take the break even and move on. Didn't really happen. No jump scares with this current setup. It's all very calculated. I got some trick named Kelly's coffee. And it's a blonde espresso with oat milk. I was very excited about my coffee. My wife's name is not Kelly. My name is not Kelly. That's a big bummer. That's a really big bummer. It's lit. It's lit. It's lit. It's lit. God dang it, dude. I took one sip. It was like, what the fuck? What the f? I'm all sorts of in shambles now from that one sip I had. Hello, slaps. Okay. Okay, the dad joke. I'm telling you, whenever we read a dad joke, I just even say the it's lit button and we start slapping into infinity, getting out of the barcode. Wednesday, January 29th. How did they get the confession out of the hamburger patty? How did they get the confession out of the hamburger patty? They grilled him. I'm still not over the espresso oat milk situation that I got going on in my coffee. I think, dude, I honestly think that a lot of people get oat milk because they think it's healthier. I'll be honest. Might be a hot take. Allergies, maybe. Yeah. Dude, Kelly's going to be ripping ass with my 2% vanilla latte that she got instead of me. Wow. Thank you. Wow. Oh my God. Oh, it is so much better than whatever I had a second ago. Holy. Just, I wouldn't say this is clean yet. Chat, vibe check. We're an hour into the session. How's it going for you? You taking any trades? You making any money? You losing money? None of my normal stuff that I enjoy taking has been firing today. Like, look, every top of this move so far has just been a straight, like, pretty decent looking candle into a nasty flush. Like, no opportunities to really get in short at the tops. Not really any opportunities to get long either. A lot of wicks to the downside, which a lot of times wicks get run. We had the 80 wick, but other than that, like, we haven't really seen anything that's been like, for me and the way I trade, has been firing. Which, the positive, the negative there is that, like, not really seeing anything worth taking. It's a bummer. It's hard to sit around and do nothing, truthfully. The positive is that, like, I haven't taken anything because I haven't seen anything. That's a good thing. But it's frustrating. All right. I mean, this is going to be good enough for a retest. If it even gets close to being filled. It's gonna be one of those days where we just crack through IB like 50, 100 points. At least IB was, or at least Delta was kind of leading the way there. There's the -2 standard deviation. You got a little bit of buyers trying to come through potentially. I'm filled short at IBL. Got some buyers potentially trying to come through. Move that break even. And I'm out for 10. 10 off the IB retest. Initial balance low retest there. That is part of my strategy. So I took it. It always feels a little questionable shorting lows like that, but it worked out. I took like 6 or 7 points of drawdown. I think it was 6 points. Maybe 6.5. 6 to 6.5 points of drawdown for the 10-point winner. So like overall, that still sounds fine. It just didn't feel that clean, which is fine. I just have been executing at such a clean level recently that even doesn't feel that clean, even though it's still like basically a 1 to 2. And I think the real reason it felt so shaky is just because we've been getting sucked back into this range so hard that it's like we push a little bit above the level that you care about, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, could we be really pushing back into this range very quickly? The answer is yes, it could happen very quickly. It feels a little sketchy, but I'll take my 200 bucks and move on. See what else happens here, but at least I got to execute one of my strategies, which was the IB retest, initial balance retest. So that's a win. We take that. I'm gonna usually head out. I usually end the stream at 10 or 10:30, kind of depending on the price action or how interested I am in the price action or how I'm feeling. A lot of times I end at 10 because I need to go like move around a little bit because I will have been sitting here for an hour and a half, and it's good for me to like stop looking at the screens for a second and walk around and then come back and hit it. So I end at 10 a lot, but sometimes I'm not feeling like that. Sometimes I'm feeling fresh and good still through 10:30 or 11. Just kind of depends. This is what I was talking about. It's like I grabbed the first retest. First test is best test usually. So I'm not interested in that second test of 80, but like that one comes around and it just blasts, which is sketchy. Granted, we have another kind of untested wick here. 97 could be an interesting spot to slap off of. But it just feels like, I mean, you're stepping in front of a potential freight train of the move back up to 540. No, I'm not very interested in that Andrew Tate. I don't really do well with trailing stops like that. It really comes down to personal preference, right? Most things in trading do. I just know that, and I've tried it before. Basically, the way that my brain works, think about it, you have two options, right? 2 times in one day. Option 1. This is price, right? Price is going up, and you have your TP at plus 10. This is option 2, right? You now have a stop loss at plus 10 instead of a TP at plus 10. Assume this one goes back down, right, and hits your stop as opposed to just going straight into it. At the end of the day, both of these equal plus 10 points, right? But for the way that my brain works, seeing this go to, I don't know, plus 20 for the sake of the example, and then come back down to plus 10, I emotionally feel like I left a lot on the table, and I have a hard time with that. I feel like this drains my emotional this option drains my emotional capital a lot faster than this option. If I should be expecting about the same outcome at the end of the day on both, which is pretty accurate for me. I end up expecting about the same outcome of plus 10. So if I'm going to expect the same outcome of plus 10 on both of these, because most of the time we end up coming back to that stop loss, very, very rarely do we actually have the full run out. And in this case, you're going to have to trail your stop anyways, unless you still have a fixed target at some point. So most of the time I end up with the same outcome of plus 10. I'd rather have the emotional capital and borderline dopamine hit of running into my take profit and me saying that's where I wanted to be out, as opposed to watching this run up to plus 20 and then coming back down to plus 10 and being like, well, damn, I could have plus 20. Does that make sense? That's my mentality of it. From my experimentation with both. I've been exclusively trading futures since the end of 2018. And I've tried a lot of things, and I've definitely have tried trailing stops and, you know, even having bigger set targets with a trail of stop up to the initial target, right? All those things. And it drains my emotional capital is just the best way to say it. I feel a lot more tired, a lot more exhausted, a lot more out of the game when I see things run up super heavy and I end up with the same outcome. I think the oat milk brings out your artistic side. Yeah. I'm drinking a real latte right now. Totally. I understand that I'm the opposite. When it runs up, I feel like I left it on the table. Teacher, that's what it's all about. Facts. Absolute facts. Yeah, and I talk about that pretty often also. People always ask, like, how are you able to do base hits as opposed to, like, trying to milk the market? For me, it's like, the way my mentality is, I'm very cognizant of the fact that the market's continuously moving. And I'm very cognizant of the fact that I will never fully time tops and bottoms. And I have, like, utter inner peace with that. And that helps me a lot with base hits, right? If I take a trade and it runs another 80 points, it's like, yeah, I might have like a little moment of being sad, but at the end of the day, like, there's going to be new opportunities, whether it's today or tomorrow. There's going to be new opportunities. The markets are going to continually move, right? It's about finding that action in there. And that's how I'm able to operate off base hits. Other people are a lot better at getting full, like, larger picture move ideas. I'm just not that guy. I like scalping. We roll over here. It's been where we've been doing it. I mean, honestly, could probably get away with a stop at 500 or even stop at new highs. 03. There's that 05 level that we were just talking about. I'm going to try a quick short here. I'm going to risk 3 points. Basically, if we run new highs on this candle, I'll be out. I'm interested in the area from the order block perspective. I'm down for a 3-point stop if I get it. It's pretty tight. And I'd like to see the rotation down. I like the rejection of 05. I wanted to see how we responded off of it before I got in. We responded decently well. I'm actually going to go ahead and move this break even also. Make it a free trade, because if we push this level again, I think we go pretty strong through it. I think it's a good line in the sand spot for myself. So I got a free trade on the table right now. See how we respond. We got 30 seconds left on this candle. Stopped out. It went, what, 6 points in the money or something? It's a decent idea. Decent idea, but I stand by that stop as well. So I've taken 2 break-even stops and 1 full target trade. There's the full move. Maybe not full move. Got close though, for sure. Good look. Not complaining about it at all. This price action's kind of trash. Not trash. I hate saying that price action's trash. I think this is pretty hard to trade. It's pretty choppy. I'm happy with break-evens on trades in, you know, borderline middle of a range, diddle in the middle sort of situation. I'm happy with the break even if it ends up running to target like it just did. Ran all the way to target. That's fine. I want to be risk off. I don't want to be like crazy risk on right before FOMC and all that. So I'm probably gonna go and call here, chat. It's 10:15. 3 trades on the session. I'm up $200.